Hey there, welcome to another Kyusho Corner episode. I'm Sensei Mish, and the last couple episodes we've been going over have been focusing on different strikes from Bram Frank's Modular 1-4-12 drill. And of course it's been all empty hand, we've been showing points, blah, blah, blah. In this episode, I'm going to cover a technique off of each one, but knife to knife, and how it relates to pressure points. So check it out. All right, so we're going to go over 1-4-12 with a blade. You guys already know the drill if you've been watching the show, so we're just going to cover the technique, or I'm going to try and focus on one technique. My brain might go elsewhere as I just kind of go off, but I'm going to show at least one technique for each strike, blade to blade, using pressure points, etc., etc. So I've got my son Ashton with me. Okay, one of the things that really turned me on to Bram Frank's modular system is it's kind of like humane cutting, okay? Just like, the pressure points, it's humane pressure points. We're not really, striking to kill or anything like that. We're just trying to create some type of incapacitation. Here, and when a knife comes out, everybody's gonna get cut. Your goal is just to get cut the least, all right? What I really like about Bram's training is I'm never training to kill. I'm just training to, biomechanically incapacitate. So if he feeds that one, of course we're stepping in and we're cutting these wires to affect the hand. All right, and so and then my follow-up, of course, my follow-up is I come here and my follow-up is the 4. But the drill is based off of I am the good guy, he is the bad guy, so he attacks and I defend. Now we trade places. I am now the bad guy, he is the good guy, and then he defends, and so on and so forth. So it's this rotating flip-flop of good guy, good guy, all that kind of stuff. So we're not really training to cut and disembowel, we're just training motion. So it's funny, I watched some of these videos online of knife systems, and really you're training yourself to go to jail. Like, I'm prepared, like if I'm in a knife fight and somehow it turns into that, honestly, if a knife comes out and I don't have my knife on me, which I should be shot in the first place, I'm gonna hand over my wallet because I respect the blade. I know I'm gonna get cut, and you know what? It's just a few bucks or a couple pieces of plastic. Those can be replaced, all right? But if, I see some of these people, say that one comes in and they're doing this and they're coming and they're cutting and they're coming. It's like, seriously? The flow looks beautiful. I mean, really gorgeous. But you're training yourself to go to jail. Yeah, here I cut him, I'll go to court. I'm prepared to do that, but I try not to train myself to go to jail, and that's the key. So how this relates to pressure points, and we'll get into the technique here soon, is I'm using my knife and pressure points to affect an incapacitation. So say we take that number 1. Okay, so he feeds the 1 and I stop. I step back, I stop, I cut. Now, yes, my next motion is the 4, and we've covered some of the empty hand stuff with that, but I'm gonna come in, I'm not gonna go with a blade, I'm gonna go with a butt. And of course we have all of these points here, and so I'm gonna go with whatever point I'm gonna get. So we had been using liver 14, but if I make a round, I could get him in spleen 21 right here. He doesn't really like that. And then, of course, I can hook him just like that, just like we had done in the other episodes. I can disarm and come in and take down, okay? So I'm cutting him, but I'm also taking him down, and I'm not ending his life. I'm just ending his ability to attack. Now, in real, if he attacks and I cut these, he drops the knife, okay? He may not realize he's dropped the knife, so I still have to continue my motion, okay? All right. So we'll do that one more time just to point stuff out. So he stops, he cuts, or he attempts to cut, I cut him, I do my cut, my block, I come in and I hit a point, whether it is spleen 21, liver 14, whatever, okay? And then I will hook just like I do with that side by side. Because I don't want his knife in my face, I can take it away if he's still holding it, and then come down onto bladder here, or I could just come back and take his leg out and do that. Okay? All right. On to number 4. Number 4. So he feeds that 4. I'm going to stop just like I do, and I'm supposed to cut, right? So if I cut, that knife may still be there, and I don't want it there. My initial reaction is to cut, hook, and then go into that armbar like I do for empty hand. But then I can actually drop down, and I've got the blade against my wrist. It's in a position where it's not cut. I led with the thumb, and then I'm just going to step in and draw in. I could hit large intestine 18. But if I hook, if I go in and I hook, I'm going to be on stomach 12, and then I just draw him to the ground and do that, okay? So show that again. He comes in with that 4, I stop, I cut, I come around, I lead with the thumb, I step in, I go down, and then I could just do this. Oh, and the knife's hitting Ashton in the face. Oh, darn. I love my son. All right, number 12. He comes in with that 12. I stop, I cut and check. Now, my follow-up is to feed that 1. Well, of course, I'm going to come with the butt. So if we do this, I come here, all right? So he comes in, I cut, I pivot, and I jab him in the neck there. I will then step in because I have his hand here. I come in, my elbow's on lung 5. I hook, and then I come down onto bladder, and he's down, and I've got his knife. Okay? Show that one more time. Okay. 12. Cut, pivot, jab. Now I could also jab with the butt here, but if I jab here and come over, my elbow's right there, okay? Now I have his wrist here, and then I come down and there, okay? All right. Thank you. Okay, so just a few thoughts on that. Now, in real, I'm going to get cut. But my goal is to get cut the least amount, and my goal is to not go to jail, okay? I am prepared to take a life, but if I don't have to, I'm not going to, all right? So, and I might get, people might give me a lot of shit for doing disarms and all that kind of stuff with Kyusho and knife, and would that be real? And that is a topic that we can talk about in the comments, but keep it clean because I kind of like being on YouTube. Okay, so take this back to your dojo, play, have fun, and remember, always be good to your uke. And if you're trained, always train with a trainer. No live blades in training. We'll see you on the next video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, if you have any comments, questions, or concerns, please leave those in the comment section below. I like to get feedback from those who enjoy my content and even those who don't.
And if you are new to this channel and have not yet subscribed to me on YouTube, Facebook, or Instagram, I would appreciate the follow. It also helps let you see new content when it's posted.